We're wrapping it up for October and leading into November. While doing so, we're going to go ahead and talk about one of the most interesting franchises that Sonic Team has ever released. That's right, the series that should be taking the spotlight for November. I'm talking about no other than Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. Listen, man, you clicked the thumbnail, you know what this was about. Nah, but for real, I love me some Sonic, and Sonic Frontiers is coming out here in the next month. However, I gotta talk about the boy they just forgot about. In this video, we'll talk about Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. How good is this game? Is it something that they forgot about and really should revisit? Did Sonic Team fumble the bag on this game like they do a lot of the other ones? Or was this actually the golden child? So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the Eggman. Nuh-uh, not you. Good old Billy came out in the GameCube era. If you weren't around then, that's when they had mascots left and right. Some of the mascots that were terrorizing the GameCube were Crash, I mean, even Zatch Bell had his own game. But for some reason, we just forgot about Billy. I mean, he was made by Sonic Team. And yeah, while it is true he wasn't the fastest thing around like the blue blur, it doesn't mean that he didn't have that cockadoodle swag. I mean, look at him. He's based off of a chicken. Chicken? Was that a rooster? Regardless of what kind of meat he is, his whole team was dressed out like this. They all had that cockadoodle swag. Now, while it seems Sega didn't want to make an actual chicken character inside Sonic, instead the only one you can really find is Sharps the chicken, and he's only inside the web books. But you know, I really don't mind that. If they're gonna go ahead and make the superior squad, then go ahead. Matter of fact, Billy Hatcher's game went so hard, they went ahead and put the Sonic characters in his game. But before I go ahead and spoil everything, let's talk about the story in the game. What were you supposed to be doing in Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg? It's actually pretty simple. One day, Billy and his friends are about to go to school or do something. And then leaving his house, he sees this chick getting attacked. While he saves the chick from a crow, he's tasked to go save all the chicken elders with his new cock-a-doodle-doo powers. So, I mean, look, you're not here for the story, you're here to be a chicken. So this is a great segue to lead to the first point. Number uno, the game's pretty simple and linear. You don't have to do a lot with this game. You're wearing a chicken costume rolling around looking for eggs. That's really it. And matter of fact, the stages are the same way. It's not very complicated to know where you need to go because every single stage is almost straight. And no, I don't mean the obstacle course. I'm talking about you have a start line and a finish line. That's it. And some people may say that's a bad thing, but hey, at least you can't complain that you're lost. Matter of fact, the game's so simple, it has speedrunners. Look on the screen here. There's a full crowd that wants to sit there and watch this guy play this game for an hour and a half. And matter of fact, it's so interesting, if I skip ahead an hour, they're still here. Now, speedrunning Billy Hatcher must be an art, because I wouldn't be sitting here watching this man play. But hey, there's clearly an audience. Matter of fact, he was so happy he did it, he had to get up and do a chicken dance afterwards. Look at that man go. Another pro are the characters and the music. I mean, of the main four chicks, I don't care which one you pick, they're all goated. Chick, Ro, they all have something about them that makes them stand out. And this includes the bosses and the monsters as well. They all have such a unique design that I'm surprised you would forget about them. But something you can't forget about is Sonic the Hedgehog hatching out of an egg. I don't know the probability of this happening, but I never had Sonic hatch out of an egg. It was always Amigo to me, and I know he wasn't a Sonic character. But I guess I'm wrong, because he did come out of a Sonic egg, so maybe he was escaping the city and I just didn't see him. But with the fascinating characters in this game, Sonic characters as well, bosses, monsters, they even have amazing hats in here. So there's a lot of content in this game for anybody. Matter of fact, I haven't even talked about the music yet, and I'm just gonna play this part here. Jam this jam, you feel so good. Jam will make your dreams come true. For some reason, Sega, they know how to pick their music. You've heard this stuff from Sonic, so no way it's going to be different for Billy either. So with a game like this that you can finish in a couple of hours, I think there's plenty of pros, and it's not a lot of money either, well, at least at that time. But there's always another side, and here we go with the cons. This game, it may be cutesy, but it can get very annoying. You don't know what pain is until you've heard this thousands of times.
Yeah! Yo! Ike! Yeah!
Like Billy, nothing should be that bad that you're screaming like this. The game does get kind of annoying that every time you hatch an egg, he has to scream. Now the last con I have on here is the controls and the graphics. Now people need to understand, this is a GameCube game, not the PlayStation 5. Don't expect to turn on this game and have 4K back in 2003. But even for the GameCube era, it was a little bit subpar. And as for the controls, it was very slippery. Even games nowadays have an issue moving the camera around in a 3D world. But even for Billy, it didn't work. You're trying to move your camera around while you're rolling around with a round egg. was bad. But other things that people complain about, such as the difficulty level or how quickly you can finish the game, I can't completely take off for that. Mainly because this is not an RPG game. You're not trying to level up. Plus, the game does have a ranking system. It wants you to play levels multiple times to try to get a high score. But do I understand the complaints? Of course. I'm a gamer, I do this too, I get it. But let's not waste any more time and sum this chick up. For Billy Hatcher and a Giant Egg, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Now, could I give it a worse grade? Yes, I possibly could, but I really can't give it a better grade because there's nothing else there. Billy Hatcher is honestly a side project that should be on the Nintendo Switch now. It's not a main staple game and I don't see much more from him. Will he ever have a sequel in the future? I really doubt it, but would I want to see it? Of course. But with that being said, I suggest you still check out Billy. It's a unique game and you won't see another like this for a long time. Finally, thank y'all for watching. Tell me what you think about Billy Hatcher in the comments below. And tell me also, what do you want to see next on How Good Is series? And finally, as for Billy, I still hope to see him somewhere else someday. He's still a cool chick. Y'all have a good one. Peace.